I'm giving you a chance you'll never get again. Don't miss it. You know, I've been thinking about this for a long time. I've been holding back, wondering if I should really say what's in my heart. But tonight, I can't keep it inside anymore. I don't know where you are right now, maybe lying on your bed, scrolling through your phone, or just sitting in silence. But if you're listening to this, I want you to know something. This isn't just a message. This is my truth. This is me giving you a moment that might never come again. You have no idea how much I've wanted to tell you this. How many times I typed a message and deleted it. How many nights I stayed awake replaying our moments in my head. I've watched you from afar, not just with my eyes, but with my heart. I've seen the way you laugh, the way you go quiet when something touches you deeply, the way your heart carries pain and still chooses kindness. You don't know it, but every time I think about you, it feels like something inside me wakes up. Something real. Something real. Something that no one else ever gave me. And that's why I'm saying this, because I can't let this feeling just fade away. You've been on my mind more than you can imagine. I've tried to distract myself, to focus on other things, but it's impossible. Every song reminds me of you. Every quiet night pulls me back to the same thought. I don't want to lose the chance to tell you that you've become a part of me in ways I can't explain. Maybe it's crazy to say it like this, but I don't care anymore. I'm tired of pretending I'm fine without you. I'm giving you a chance, not just to hear my words, but to really feel what's behind them. Because this chance, it's not something that comes twice. You see, when someone truly wants you, when someone feels you in their soul, when someone sees you, not for what you show, but for who you are inside, that's rare. And that's what I see in you. I see the girl behind the smile. I see the one who hides her tears when no one's looking. I see the one who's been strong for too long. And maybe that's why I'm drawn to you, because even when you're broken, you still shine. You might think this is just another story, just another confession, but no, this is real. I mean every word. I'm not here to play games or make promises I can't keep. I'm here because I need you to know what you mean to me before it's too late. You've made me feel things I thought I'd never feel again. Peace, warmth, hope. You made me believe that love can still be gentle, even in a world that's lost its meaning. And maybe you don't feel the same way. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're scared. That's okay. But just know this. I'm not asking you for anything impossible. I'm only asking you not to let this moment slip away. Because if you walk away now, you'll never know what it feels like to be truly loved by someone who sees your soul. I don't know where this will go, and I'm not trying to rush anything. I just know that something in me keeps whispering your name every time I try to move on. I keep wondering if you feel it too, that quiet pull, that unexplainable connection that doesn't need words. Maybe you do, maybe that's why you're still listening. So here I am giving you this one chance to feel what I feel, to see what I see, to take this moment and hold it close. Because once it's gone, I don't know if it'll ever come back. I won't beg, but I'll be honest, I don't want to lose you before we even begin. I've said everything I could tonight, but there's still so much left unsaid. My heart's still full of words that only make sense when I think of you. So if you're still here, listening, just know this. I meant every word, every pause, every breath, every silence between my sentences. It's all for you. And maybe one day, you'll understand why I said this, why I called it a chance you'll never get again. Because deep down, I believe it's not just a chance, it's destiny knocking softly, waiting for you to answer. You're still here, aren't you? That means something. You could have stopped listening after a few seconds, but you didn't. You stayed. And that tells me one thing. Deep down, Some part of you feels what I'm trying to say. You might not admit it. You might not even understand it fully right now. But your heart knows. It always does. I want to be honest with you. When I said I'm giving you a chance you'll never get again, I didn't mean it like a threat. It wasn't meant to sound dramatic. What I meant was, this kind of moment, this kind of truth, doesn't happen twice in life. Most people spend their entire lives searching for someone who sees them for who they truly are. But when that person finally stands in front of them or speaks straight from the heart, they get scared. They hesitate. They let fear take over. And before they know it, that person's gone. I don't want that to happen between us. Because what I feel for you, it's not some passing moment. It's not something I can just switch off or hide. It's something that's grown quietly, deeply, patiently. I've watched you from the distance of my own silence, and every time you showed a piece of your soul, your kindness, your pain, your strength, you didn't even have to try. You just were, and that was enough. I know you've been through things. I can feel it in the way you carry yourself. You don't talk about it, but it's there, in your eyes, in the way you smile. Like everything's fine, even when it isn't. You've been strong for too long, haven't you? You've built walls to protect yourself, because people have disappointed you, broken your trust, made promises they never meant to keep. I get it. I really do. That's why I've been careful not to rush you, not to overwhelm you, because you deserve gentleness. You deserve someone who doesn't just want your beauty or your attention, but your heart, your peace, your trust. When I said I'm giving you a chance, I meant I'm opening a door, one I never opened for anyone. I'm letting you see the part of me that no one gets to see. The part that's scared, hopeful, and a little lost without you. I don't want to hide behind pride or fear anymore. I don't want to pretend I'm okay watching you drift away, knowing that maybe I never even told you how much you mean to me. You've changed something inside me. You've made me feel alive again. Before you, I was just moving through life, working, laughing, pretending everything was fine. But it wasn't. Something was missing. I didn't even know what it was until I found you. And when I did, everything started to make sense. Suddenly, I wanted to be better. I wanted to care more, love harder, speak softer. You brought light into places inside me I'd forgotten even existed. I don't expect you to understand all of this right away. I know it's a lot to take in. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're scared. But I just need you to feel the truth behind my words. This isn't about begging for love. It's about giving you a chance to experience something real. Something that doesn't fade when things get hard. Something that stays even in silence. You know what's strange? I've never even told you how nervous I get before I talk to you. My heart races, my hands shake a little, and I overthink every word. Not because I'm afraid of saying the wrong thing, but because I care too much about saying the right one. You make me want to speak from the heart instead of my mind. You make me forget about ego, about playing it cool, about pretending not to care, because I do care. More than I should, maybe. But I'm done fighting it. You're probably wondering why I'm saying all this now. Why today? Why suddenly? It's because I realized something. Chances don't wait. Feelings fade when they're not spoken. Silence kills connections that could have become something beautiful. I don't want to live with the regret of not saying what my heart has been screaming for so long. You deserve to know. You deserve to hear it from me. Sometimes I imagine what it would be like if you were right here, sitting across from me. No cameras, no screens, no distance, just you and me. I imagine looking into your eyes and saying, don't walk away from this. Don't let fear steal what we could have. I wouldn't promise you perfection, because I'm not perfect. But I'd promise you something better. Honesty, loyalty, patience, the kind of love that grows quietly, but lasts loudly. You see, love isn't about fireworks or constant excitement. It's about peace, that deep, calming peace that comes from knowing you're finally understood. And when I think about you, that's what I feel. Not chaos, not confusion, but peace. You calm me down in a world that's always too loud. You make me believe that love doesn't have to hurt to be real. And I can't lie, I'm scared too. Scared of opening up too much, of saying too much, of losing you before I even have you. But I'd rather take that risk than stay silent and wonder what could have been. Because silence may protect me, but it also empties me. And I don't want to be empty anymore. Not when I've finally found someone who fills the quiet spaces inside me with warmth. Maybe this message will reach you at the right time. Maybe it won't. But if it does, I just want you to take a deep breath and think, when was the last time someone truly meant what they said to you? When was the last time someone saw you? Not just your smile, but your soul. Because that's what I see. Every time I close my eyes, it's not your face. I remember, it's your presence. The way you make the world feel softer. The way you make me want to stay. So I'm asking you, not with pride, not with pressure, just with honesty. Don't let this moment pass. Don't walk away before giving it a chance. Because one day you might look back and realize that someone was ready to give you everything, but you were too afraid to take it. You don't have to answer now. You don't have to decide tonight. Just let my words stay with you for a while. Let them sink into the quiet parts of your heart. Feel them when you're alone, when the world goes still, and it's just you and your thoughts. Because that's when the truth hits the hardest, in silence. And if somehow you decide to walk through this door I've opened for you, I promise you won't regret it. You'll see that this isn't about me trying to own your heart. It's about me trying to protect it. Trying to hold it gently, the way no one ever did before. I know I said this is a chance you'll never get again, and I meant it. Because I don't give myself away like this. I don't speak like this for just anyone. But for you, I had to. Because you're not just another person to me. You're the one my heart recognized before my mind could even understand why. So before you turn away, before you tell yourself it's just words, stop, feel it, listen again. Hear the quiet between my words, because that's where the truth really is. I'm not asking you to promise forever. I'm just asking you not to let this slip away before it even begins. Because somewhere deep down, I think you already know, this isn't just a chance. It's something bigger, something that feels like fate gently whispering. This is it. Don't miss it. It's too early. You know, I didn't expect you to still be listening, but you are. And that alone says more than any words ever could. You didn't scroll away, you didn't ignore it. You stayed. Maybe because deep down you feel what I feel. Maybe because something inside you whispers, this is meant for me. And you're right. It is. Every single word. You have no idea how many times I've rehearsed this moment in my head. How many times I've started to say something, then stopped because I didn't know if you were ready to hear it. But now, I don't care about timing anymore. I care about truth. Because sometimes waiting for the right time means losing the only time that actually matters now. I know you might think I'm exaggerating or being too emotional, but you have to understand. This isn't just some random confession. This is me giving a piece of my heart to you. The part that's been quiet for too long. The part that's tired of pretending I don't feel what I feel. Because every time I see your name, every time I think about you, something inside me shifts. It's like the world slows down for a second. Like everything I've been running after suddenly makes sense. You probably don't know what that does to me. How your presence, even from a distance, has this strange power to calm me and destroy me at the same time. When I hear your voice, or see your words, it feels like my heart finally remembers how to beat the right way. But when you're quiet, when you disappear, when I don't know what you're thinking, that's when it hurts the most. Because silence from you feels heavier than any goodbye. Sometimes I sit in my room, staring at the phone, wondering if you'll ever reach out, wondering if you ever think of me the way I think of you. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but the thought that you might, that's enough to keep me holding on. You see, I'm not here to play with your emotions. I'm here because you've become a part of mine. You've become the thought that keeps me awake when I should be sleeping. You've become that soft ache in my chest that I don't want to go away. I don't know how it happened or when, but somewhere between the silence and the small moments, you found a place in me I didn't even know existed. And that's why I said, this is a chance you'll never get again. Because this version of me, the one that's open, raw, unguarded, doesn't come out often. I've built walls for years, and somehow, without even trying, you walked right through them. You made me want to be honest, not because I had to, but because I wanted you to see me, the real me, without filters, without the mask. Do you remember the first time we spoke? You might not think it was special, but I do. There was something about the way you listened, the way you didn't interrupt, the way your silence felt safe. You didn't rush me, you didn't judge me. And that's when I realized something rare. You don't just hear people, you feel them. You understand things that words can't explain. And that's what I've been searching for. Not just someone to love, but someone who understands without needing to ask. But here's the truth. I've been hiding. I'm scared. I'm scared that maybe I'm too late. That maybe someone else already has your heart. Or worse, that you've stopped believing in love altogether. I can't blame you if you have. The world doesn't make it easy to trust anymore. People promise forever and mean until it's inconvenient. They say I love you and forget what that really means. But I'm not here to promise you forever. I'm here to show you what real feels like, even if it's just for a moment. You deserve someone who sees the beauty in your silence, who understands that your strength came from battles no one ever saw. Someone who doesn't just want your smile, but also your tears, your stories, your scars. And if you let me, I want to be that person. Not because I think you need saving, but because you deserve to rest. You deserve someone who says, you don't have to be strong right now, I've got you. I know that might sound too much too soon, but I'm not afraid of saying what I feel anymore. Because life's too short to hide behind fear. Too short to pretend we don't care when our hearts are screaming that we do. You know, sometimes I wonder what you'd say if I looked into your eyes and told you how much I think about you. Would you smile shyly, trying to hide it? Or would you look away because you're scared to believe it's real? Either way, I'd still say it. Because the truth doesn't need a perfect moment. It just needs courage. And right now, that's all I have. There's something about you that draws me in. Not just your beauty, but your energy. The way you carry yourself. The quiet confidence. The unspoken pain behind your kindness. You remind me of a song that's both sad and beautiful, the kind that stays with you long after it ends. That's you. You linger. You stay even when you're gone. And that's what this whole thing is about. You staying, not because I asked, but because you want to, because you feel that pull too. That quiet connection that doesn't need explanation. Maybe that's why you're still listening right now. Maybe your heart is saying what your mind won't. That something about this feels right. But I also want you to know this. You don't owe me anything. You don't have to say you feel the same. You don't have to promise anything back. Just don't run away from what your heart is whispering. Because sometimes the things that scare us the most are the ones meant for us. You know, I used to think Love was supposed to be loud, full of grand gestures, big words, dramatic moments. But now I know it's not. It's quiet. It's when you find peace just knowing someone out there cares about you. It's when you don't have to speak, but still feel understood. That's what I feel when I think of you. Peace, and that's how I know it's real. So, when I say I'm giving you a chance you'll never get again, it's not because I want to sound mysterious or make you feel pressured. It's because I'm opening a door that's been locked for a long time. And doors like this, they don't stay open forever. You can walk through it, or you can let it close quietly. But if you walk through it, I promise you, you'll see a side of love you've never seen before. Because I don't love halfway. I don't care halfway. When I choose someone, I choose with my whole heart. And right now, every part of me, my thoughts, my energy, my words, they're choosing you. I can't even make sense of it myself. But when something feels this real, this raw, this undeniable, you don't question it. You just feel it. Maybe this is crazy. Maybe you'll wake up tomorrow and forget you even heard this. But I won't. Because this moment, this conversation, it's real to me. It's everything I've wanted to say, but didn't know how. So if your heart's been waiting for a sign, maybe this is it. Maybe I'm it. Because the truth is, I'm not asking for forever. I'm asking for a chance. A chance to show you what it feels like to be loved with honesty. Not perfection. To be chosen without hesitation. To be seen fully, the way you deserve. You might not realize it now, but this right here, this moment, it could be the start of something that changes everything. So before you go, tell me, will you take the chance I'm giving you, or will you let it slip away? And always wonder what would have happened if you had said yes. Because I'm still here, waiting. Not for your answer, but for your heart to speak. And when it does, I'll be listening. You know what's strange, baby? Even after everything I've said, after all the words I've poured out, I still feel like there's more inside me that you haven't heard yet. It's like every time I speak about you, new emotions wake up, ones I didn't even know existed before. That's how deep this goes for me. It's not just love. It's something beyond that, something that sits quietly in my soul, waiting for moments like this to be understood. I keep replaying your last message in my mind, over and over, like a song that I can't stop listening to. The way you said my name, the way your tone softened for just a second before you ended it, it's all still there in my head. I don't know if you realize how much your voice affects me, even when you're upset or distant. Even when you try to hide your emotions, I can still feel them. I can feel you. It's like your energy wraps around me no matter how far you are. That's why I can't stop talking to you like this. Because even in silence, you're loud in my heart. Even when I try to focus on something else, my thoughts somehow always find their way back to you. You've become that place in my mind that feels like home, familiar, comforting, and real. And maybe that's why it's hard for me to act like this doesn't mean something, because it does. It means everything. I know I said I'm giving you a chance. You'll never get again. But the truth is, it's not just a chance for you. It's a chance for us. A chance to see if everything we've been feeling secretly, everything we've kept inside, could actually turn into something beautiful. You don't understand how long I've been waiting for someone who could make me feel this alive. Not just with love, but with peace, with purpose, with meaning, and somehow without even trying, you did that. You walked into my life so quietly, and yet, you changed everything. You didn't ask for anything. You didn't demand attention, or try to prove yourself. You just were. And that's what made it impossible for me to ignore you. Because real things don't shout for attention. They whisper. And you whispered to my heart without even saying a word. But lately, I've been scared. Scared that maybe you don't see this the same way I do. Scared that maybe my words mean nothing to you, while yours mean everything to me. I've tried to stay calm, tried to convince myself that what's meant for me will never leave. But then I remember, sometimes even what's meant for us needs to be fought for. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm fighting for this connection, for you. I don't want you to misunderstand me, baby. I'm not trying to force you or rush anything. I just want you to know what's real inside my heart. Because if I don't say it now, I'll regret it later. And I don't ever want to live with the weight of words unsaid, especially when it comes to you. Sometimes I wonder if you think about me when you lie awake at night. Do you ever stare at the ceiling, lost in your thoughts, and suddenly find yourself remembering something I said? Or do you replay the small moments, the laughter, the messages, the silence that somehow felt comfortable between us? Because I do. Every night. And it's not out of obsession, it's because those moments became memories, and those memories became reasons to keep going. You once told me you were afraid of being hurt again, that people in your past promised love but gave you pain instead. I remember how your voice trembled when you said that, even though you tried to sound strong. I haven't forgotten that. Not even for a second. And maybe that's why I'm here. Still speaking softly, still trying to show you that not everyone walks away, that sometimes someone stays not to take something from you but to give you something you forgot you deserved. Honesty, loyalty, and care. You don't have to be perfect for me. You don't have to hide your fears or your flaws. I don't want the version of you that pretends everything is fine. I want the real you. The one who gets quiet when she's sad. The one who overthinks before replying. The one who laughs randomly because something small reminded her of a memory. That's the you I fell for. The real, unfiltered, unpredictable you. And if you're wondering whether I told my family about you, yes, I did. They asked why I've been smiling more lately, why I've been more focused, more alive, and I couldn't lie. I told them about you. I told them about the way you make me want to be better. I told them about your kindness, your courage, your quiet strength. And when I did, they saw something in me they hadn't seen in a long time. Hope, you gave me that. But what scared me most was their reaction. They looked at me with this expression, like they weren't sure if they should be happy or worried. They said, "Are you sure she feels the same?" And I didn't know how to answer that, because baby, I don't know. I really don't. All I know is what my heart keeps telling me: don't give up on her. Even if it takes time, even if it's not easy, I'd rather keep trying than live wondering what could have been. Because when something feels this real, you don't walk away, you hold on, even if it hurts a little. And yes, sometimes it does hurt, especially when I don't hear from you, when the messages stop, when the silence gets too loud, when the doubts start whispering in my mind. But even then, I stay, because you're worth staying for. You might not realize it, but you've already changed my life in ways I can't explain. You made me believe that love isn't just about words, it's about presence. It's about someone being there even when things get heavy. And I want to be that for you. Not just when you're smiling, but when you're quiet, when you're lost, when you don't know who to talk to. Because those are the moments when love matters the most. If you could see yourself the way I see you, you'd never doubt your worth again. You'd understand why I talk about you the way I do. You'd see that there's something so rare about your soul. It's gentle but fierce, soft but strong. You don't just walk into someone's life. You leave an imprint that stays long after you've gone. That's what you did to me. You left something behind, and I can't let it go. I don't want to. And maybe that's why I'm still here, still talking, still hoping that you'll listen and feel something too. Because deep down, I believe we were meant to cross paths. I don't think it was random. I think it was the universe giving me a glimpse of something pure, something I wasn't even looking for, but desperately needed. So baby, before you close this, before you walk away, I just want you to know one thing. This isn't a story. It's not just words on a screen or a voice in your ear. It's real. Every word comes from the deepest part of me, the part that only you manage to reach. If this is the last time you hear me talk like this, I want you to remember it exactly as you're hearing it now, softly, honestly, and from the heart. Because even if nothing happens after this, even if life takes us in different directions, you'll always have a piece of me that no one else does. And if somehow you ever wonder whether I still think of you, whether I still care, whether I still mean all of this, the answer will always be the same. Yes. Because some feelings don't fade with time. They just grow quieter, deeper, and more permanent. Like a soft whisper that never stops echoing. So, my love, if you ever decide to take this chance, I'll be right here, waiting. Not out of desperation, but out of hope. Because I still believe in us, even if it's just a dream for now. And maybe one day, when everything finally aligns, you'll look at me and say, I'm ready. And I'll smile, with tears in my eyes, because I'll finally get to say what I've wanted to all along. Welcome home, baby.